morning. Today I'm going to show you how to punch around squares with these EK Success border punches. Okay, most of the border punches will work, and they'll also create a corner, which is rather nice too. So you don't need a corner and a border punch for these. And the other thing that you don't do is cut your paper first. So I always start with a 12 by 12 sheet, and then once I've got the size that I want, just trim it down. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. What I'm going to do is line my card up against this little ledge on the punch. There's a little, it's where the plastic ledge here starts. So this almost gives me like a little guideline. Okay, so you can pick that up. And what I'm going to do is pop my card in the punch and just line it up to that ledge there. Okay. So that's how I'm going to start. I'm just going to place it down on the table, and I'm going to start by just punching that down, okay? And then I'm going to work along, and I'm going to line my pattern up again over the grey section of the punches so that all you see through is the silver. Okay, and I'm just going to punch that again. If I don't want another 3 of these little things, if I just move it out, rather than moving it right out here, if I just push one of the patterns back in, what the punch will do is punch over where it's already punched and then punch another one, if that makes sense. So you'll see that I should end up now with 8 sections rather than 9. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. Okay. If I just explain that a little bit better, on here there's 3 patterns in each section. So rather than pulling the pattern right out, I've just slotted it back in and punched 2 rather than 3. So it's punched over that one, and then it's punched me 2 new ones. Okay. So what you'll see then is that you've got, just clear that out of the way, this here. Okay, so if we measure that and then measure the same distance here and mark it off and then trim it. Okay, so I'll do that now. So all I'm going to do is just take a pen, and I'm just going to measure that section. That section measures 3/8 of an inch. So if I mark 3/8 of an inch here, just put a little mark on my card, and then I'm going to pop this card into my trimmer. And because this edge on this trimmer is the cut line, I can just line that little mark up to the edge of the ruler, make sure my card's butted up at the top, and trim that off. Okay, so I've then got the same distance there as I have there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put this edge in, line it up again to the ledge there, so you're always lining it up to the same place, and then just punch it down. So that's 3 I've got. I'm going to do another 3. Okay, so this time, instead of pulling the pattern right out there and lining the last punch piece up there, I'm going to push it back in, and I'm just going to punch over the last one that it's just punched, and then it'll punch me 2 more because I want to create a square. But by doing this you can create any size, so you can create anything from 3 by 3, 3 by 4, 3 by 5, 3 by 6, as many increments as you want of this pattern, by whatever you want it to be. So you can do squares and rectangles. I think with this one I came up with 118 different squares and rectangles from a 12 by 12 paper. Okay. Right, so again, I'm just going to measure now 3/8 of an inch. Don't be scared of measuring, it's just marks on a ruler, that's all. So I'm just going to do that, make a little mark again, and then I'm going to place this back into my trimmer and trim this section off. So again, I'm just lining up that little line, pen line there, and just cutting that off. Okay, so now you've no more cutting to do with your trimmer. Now, because you've cut 2 of the sides, it should just work perfectly. So I'm going to go in again, line that straight edge up to the ledge. That's important that you line it up. And I'm going to punch that down. Now you can see that I'm going through quite thick card here. I would say about a 280 GSM, and I'm not having to put too much pressure on the punch. Okay, so again, I'm just going to pull out, and this side then should be lined up to the ledge on this side if you've got the measurements correct. Okay, So if you've got your punch lined up correctly, that should then line up to that ledge. And then I'm just going to punch that one down. Turn this round and do exactly the same thing along this length. So line it up to the ledge and then punch 3, do another 3 and then do a 2. I'm just going to punch that down. And you're then left with your square. Now all I do now is, to get rid of this little corner, is just continue the line there with my scissors, the straight edge there, to where it meets this line here, and just cut away those little sections. These scissors are great because you can get right in, they're really sharp and you can get right into the point. Okay, so just work my way around. This could be a 12 by 12 piece, or it could be the smallest one, which would be 3 sections. And then, like I say, I got 118 different sizes just with the board punch, no corner, and that's what you're left with. And that's your little matten layer to go on your card or your photo frame or whatever you want it to be. Okay, if you wanted to, you could actually cut this section out and create a nice frame, or you can just leave it in and use it as mats and layers. Okay, hope you've enjoyed that demo. If you have any questions on any of the other punches and you want us to do a quick demo for you, just let me know. Okay, see you soon. Bye.